Okay, so this is the Ask Questions video, and at first I was going to do it like I did it, but then I was like, I'm gonna just answer the questions on the spot. So there's going to be a lot of and stuff, and pausing, and repeating myself, because plus, I like to talk a lot, so I don't have that many questions, but it might take like 7 videos. Okay, I'm gonna start from the first one, from Insay, because she's awesome, and she sent me a big bulk, so I'll just, because a lot of them are from her, I'll tell you when hers stop. Now there's going to be a few Ace Attorney questions, which might contain spoilers, but I'm too lazy to put them apart, so it's going to be in one video. So too bad. I'm too lazy. Okay, question 1. In which order did you play the games? Believe it or not, that's a more complicated question than you probably think. Well, for the first 2 games, I actually didn't play them myself. I watched my brother play them on the Wii, and I helped him. So, I mean, I guess that counts as playing. So first, he played the first one, then the second one, and then we couldn't get the third one on the Wii because there was a discrepancy thingy. So then I went online and I watched all of Apollo Justice being played, and so then kind of the fourth one, and then my brother got Trials and Tribulations to work, so then he started that one but never really finished it. In fact, he hasn't finished it still today, so I went and I watched that online, and then I went out and I bought Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth myself, and then I played that. So, though technically speaking, because he let me play the games on the Wii, I also myself have played the second game, and then at one point I went out and I bought Apollo Justice myself, so I played it too, even though I knew what happened. And so I played in order of me, like, playing. It goes first, second, fourth, third, fifth. And then don't worry, just about all of them, except for Trials and Tribulations, I've actually gone back and played myself. So I've pretty much played all of them. Except for the 6th game, because Japan is being silly. Which character do you really hate? That's a good question. If I had to pick a character that I'm not very fond of, I'd have to pick Franziska. I know, like, yeah, she's awesome, but her and that whip, firstly, she, like Edgeworth, gives Gumshoe pay cuts, and I'm not very happy about that, but, you know. Franziska not only cuts down his pay, like, seriously, but at one point she fired him. And, like, she's mean to Gumshoe for no reason. She walks around and whips everyone with her whip, which I don't honestly find necessary, because just, you can do nothing and she'll just whip you for no reason, and you're like, can you keep your whip to yourself? I didn't do anything. You know, like, violence isn't necessary. She uses her whip in court, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, but she gets away with it anyway. She's kind of a bigot. She's mean, and I don't really like mean people. Oh, and I feel like mean people, if they're going to be mean, they should be mean to everyone. But in Bridge to Turnabout, 3rd game, I remember when they, kind of spoiler alert, when they crossed the bridge, and Pearls was with Phoenix, and then there's Francisca who's helping you out, and then she's kind of being sweet to Pearls, like, hi, I'm from, and then Pearls totally, like, tells her off, and I'm like, if you're going to be a mean lady, be mean to everyone, including little kids, because you deserve to get told off, Francisca, for being a meanie. So that's like how I feel about that. I feel like a lot of her anger and meanness, and she also overuses the word fool. So I feel like she should simmer herself down, and her constant talk of perfection, I want to be like, just, I understand where it's coming from, of course, because she's been pressured like that her whole life, but I think she really needs to break out of that mentality, and her meanness is just unnecessary, if you ask me. So that's what I'd say. And I'm also not very fond of her father, so that's also an answer. Next question. Question 3. Who would you date if you had to choose between John Armstrong and Manfred von Karma? Well, firstly, both of them are fiercely older than me. But I would say, hands down, John Armstrong. I mean, like, he's, like, a little creepy and muscly, and he goes like that thing. But, I think, like, he's an interesting fellow, and as long as he stole nothing of my stuff, I would have fun going on a date with him, you know? He's interesting, I'm sure. Sure, he knows how to treat the ladies well. And plus, I'm pretty sure he's gay. And going on a date with him, I wouldn't have to deal with, like, creepy advances and stuff. I think I would have fun. I honestly don't have that much of a problem with John Armstrong. Like, his muscliness, it just makes me laugh. I don't go like, oh, ew, that's gross. And Manfred von Karma. 1, he's really old. 2, he's probably married. 3, he's mean and bitter and awful, and I don't like him. And I would want to hit him if we went on a date together, because oh no. Okay, next question. In which house would you be sorted if you went to Hogwarts, and why? Well, firstly, you should know that I don't read Harry Potter, and I don't really watch the movies either, because I'm kind of like a neutral person. I'm not really a fan of it, but I don't dislike it. Just it's kind of there, and but I do know about the houses and the personalities that are categorized into each one. And I'd say if I had to be in one of the houses, I'd probably be in Ravenclaw, because Ravenclaw is more for like the logical, riddle solving, smart, clever kids, and I think I'm more like that. I mean, like, I'm really, like, I use a lot of logic, and I'm able to piece things together easily, and I can, like, also, if you have ever seen me kind of roleplay with any of the Ace Attorney characters, I can kind of get inside their head and honestly, like, convince them to do things they otherwise wouldn't, because I use logic to kind of corner them. I'm such a horrible person, but like, yeah, that's the way I am, and I think like I would really that'd be my place. Secondary, I would say probably Gryffindor, because Gryffindor is for leaders and people who are kind of like bright and like, not in terms of intelligence, I mean, of course you have to be smart to be in Gryffindor, but like really bright personalities that are leaders and like really boom. And I'm a good leader, just I think overall I would, plus I don't want to be Mary Sue-ish, but I would be in Ravenclaw. I don't think I'd be in Slytherin, because Slytherin's more for like sneaky, clever people who are, I mean, not evil or maniacal, because I'm sure there are a lot of non-evil people in Slytherin, but it's just, I'm more of a bright person, and like really outgoing, and I don't really think that'd be my place. Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff is more for the kind-hearted people who are just really, I don't want to say sweet, like kind-hearted people